Huh. All right, Internet. We have some investigating to do. Also, I'm not wearing pants. I will give you $10 if you subscribe right now. That's actually not true. I lied. But subscribe anyway and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, FPT. The show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Hey, you wanna be on the show? Go ahead and record your best version of Fapata for the intro of an episode and tweet it to me. Who knows? Maybe I'll use one and you'll see yourself on the show. But like, make it good. I'm only gonna put the best on the show. All right, let's talk about some tech news. Alrighty, so first up for the day, first story numero uno. WWDC. It's just days away at this point. And if you remember, last week I reported that even though it's pretty common for us to not get hardware at WWDC, that this year you should expect to see some. Exclusively reporting that I have been told that Apple had scheduled a briefing with the press immediately following the event about MacBook Pro. And I always say on this show that you should never just take my word for something. And if you hear the same information, or at least similar information from other sources that you trust, that's a good thing for you. Well, over the last 24 hours or so, we have gotten two brand new reports about this very thing. One from Wedbush, gets me every time, Wedbush, saying to expect a surprise MacBook Pro announcement during WWDC. Well, I mean, not so much of a surprise now, is it? And as Patently Apple pointed out in their article yesterday, it's not really clear whether Wedbush is citing their own sources for this report or if, they're just going based off of what I said about MacBook Pro coming to WWDC. But if you want my opinion, I would bet that Daniel Ives from Wedbush is going off of his own sources here, because Wedbush usually does have their own information. This is not coming out of left field. So no, I don't think they're just repeating my report. Oh, but wait, there's more. The glorious bastards over at Mac Rumors somehow spotted, I don't know how the f they do this, but they somehow spotted this filing in a Chinese regulatory database. The listing was submitted by an Apple supplier and is for a battery carrying what they call an Apple-like model identifier, which is A2527. That part doesn't even matter to you, so just pretend you never heard that. The battery itself is rated at 8,693 milliamp hours, or MAZ, as we like to call them, which is similar to the current 16-inch MacBook Pro battery size. So, safe to assume that this here listing is attached to the new, upcoming, redesigned 16-inch MacBook Pro. So now that we have all this, I mean, you know the saying, you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's a dildo. Or whatever. Hey, if you're a fan of this show, then you know that I talk about WVPN a lot. It's because I really, really believe in what they're doing, and because they are paying me. That is also a reason. But for real, do you know how many offers I get from VPN companies all over the place, and I turn them down because I want to be able to promote only one VPN to you guys, and I want it to be the one that I trust. WeVPN is made by veterans in this space, a group of guys that came from those other companies to start their own. A VPN that's fast and reliable, one that protects you and your data without storing any logs, one that keeps you from being tracked or traced, and one that unlocks content from your favorite streaming services. So if you love this show and you watch it every day, go give them a try and let me know what you think. It's just $269 a month right now. That's 73% off. And if you use the promo code FPT at checkout, you'll get an additional 10% off just for watching this show. Sure, there are other VPNs out there, but only WeVPN is a longtime supporter of this show. So go ahead, click that link down in the description to get started with WeVPN today. Oh, hey, welcome back. So, last story of the show. This is one of those reports that if you watch Fapata often, if you watch this show a lot, then you probably heard this one before. But back in October last year, right after iPhone 12 came out, I tweeted, I hope y'all are ready for 1 terabyte iPhones. And then just a few months ago, I doubled down on that report saying that we can expect a terabyte storage option to come to the Pro iPhone 13 this year. And of course, there was a lot of back and forth whether people believe that or not, they don't see Apple do. That's neither here or there. The point is, now there's a new report, again, jumping back to the Wedbush report, saying that they are also expecting a 1 terabyte iPhone option. At least they expect it in the Pro models. And it makes sense because Apple is pushing their Pro RAW image format for the Pro models, obviously, so now offering higher storage just, well, in the words of Rene Ritchie, makes the kind of sense that does. Oh, but the next part of this report is where things get interesting, and it's where I'm going to have you guys, you internet detectives, actually use your powers for good instead of just just randomly going around trying to find celebrity nudes or whatever you guys do with your spare time. The Wedbush report also claims that the LiDAR sensor will be coming to all of the new iPhone 13 models. That's iPhone 13 mini, the regular iPhone 13, as well as the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. This is interesting because this actually goes completely against a previous report from the super reliable Kuo-Ming Chi, who said that the LiDAR sensor will actually remain exclusive to the Pro models once again, which got me thinking because, you know, we can check. If you remember in the last episode, I did something really stupid and I actually leaked the final design CAD files for iPhone 13 and 13 Pro. I mean, for legal reasons, I leaked CAD files for generic smartphone and generic smartphone Pro. For real. Fun fact, I actually, for the first time, I consulted with lawyers before putting that episode out, because I didn't just show the CAD files on the show. No. I literally, for the first time ever, made design engineering CAD files for an unreleased iPhone, generic phone, available to the public. Like, for real, you can still go back to that episode and in the description find links to download both of those files. That way you can explore and poke around for yourself and see what the real CAD files are like. Something that the public doesn't usually get to see because these things are so secretive and typically locked down. Until I get them, apparently. That's what I chose to do with them, just give them to you. It's like, oh, Apple leaker John Prosser, he got the CAD files, the engineering files for iPhone 13 and 13 Pro. What'd he do with them? I'm getting to everybody. So let's go ahead, class. If we open up our CAD file for the regular iPhone 13 or just the generic smartphone and flip it around to the camera array, we can check to see who was right here. Are we getting LiDAR like Wedbush claims that we are, or is Kuo-Ming Chi correct in saying that no, we won't get LiDAR? So the easy part, let's start here. This right here is obviously the flash, so let's not even worry about that. But what is this? For reference, this is what the microphone hole looks like on the current iPhone 12 models. So either this is a microphone hole, which I can't tell. Is this too big to be a microphone hole? Or it's a smaller, updated LiDAR sensor that is in fact coming to 13 mini and the regular iPhone 13. But I'm leaning towards microphone. Sorry, Wedbush. I'm gonna leave this up to you to decide. And of course, if you want to inspect this further, you can download the CAD for yourself. You just need CAD software to be able to read the file, obviously. But there are a ton of free options out there. I'm using an app called eDrawings on my iMac. So, internet, you tell me, are we getting LiDAR on the back of iPhone 13, the regular iPhone 13, or not?